Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today I welcome all of you and let's talk about what's been on the hook. I welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for jumping on and subscribing. Be sure if you haven't subscribed that you do. And if you don't mind, just go down and like this video. That helps me so much. I appreciate everybody who clicks that button and says in the comments something about my show or something I inspired them about. And I just thank you so very much for all of your feedback. Today is the day before Thanksgiving 2024. And it's November 27th. And I want to wish y'all a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I wasn't planning to come on this week, but I had a few minutes of time. And Mr. On the Hook is out running errands for me, so I really appreciate that. And I'm getting to publish a video, very quick video here for the week of Thanksgiving. So I'm also very grateful to you all, and I'm going to show that here in a minute and something next week as well. But this shop update will have something to do with that, so be sure you stay tuned for that. Now, today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I know a lot of y'all are cooking, or some of you are picking up your food or whatever there is to do. And I am going to be cooking all afternoon this afternoon and tomorrow morning when our company gets here. So I will probably be up late and doing some things in the kitchen. So I wanted to go ahead and publish a video because I know y'all like to tune in every week and see what's going on with me, what I've been doing with my crafts. And I'm going to show you what I've done this week. And not a whole lot because it hasn't been that long since I published last Friday. But I had some questions about a little combination of pumpkins, and I'll show you a picture of it. But the two that I like the very, very best are these. And these are ones I made up myself, actually. The colors I just grabbed from my stash. I had a little bit of an orange worsted and a brown. And I had a green for the stem, so I went ahead and made a stem like that. The stem is just 3 rows of single crochet, about maybe 10 or 11 chains. And then you come back and single crochet a few times and then put it on your pumpkin, and it naturally just falls over. I don't know why that is, but it looks perfect as the little stem. This is just 2 rows of double crochet. I make a rectangle. The rectangle here for this was 10 inches wide by 23 inches around. So it's about twice as long as it is wide. So I just chained up however many this is to about 10 inches or so. And then every other row or every 2 rows, I changed to a different color. And the edges don't matter because they'll be inside the pumpkin, but went to 23 rows, and then I sewed the 2 short ends together. Very easy. Sew them or single crochet them together. You can do that. And then I gathered up the bottom. You all know how to do that. You take a big needle and you just go every 1/2 inch or so. You go in and out of the edge there, maybe 1 inch, about 1 stitch from the edge actually. And then you pull that up, cinch that up. I sewed back and forth to anchor the yarn, and then I turned it inside out and stuffed it. Before you finish totally stuffing it, you do the same thing at the top and you cinch that up. So you don't have to cinch it up all the way around like some pumpkins are made. This is already, I think it's already divided enough for that. I just really like the looks of this better than trying to cinch up all the way around the edge. That's how this is made. The same way with this. I think I made this a tiny bit shorter. This one is about a 9 inch by 23. And so it makes it a little bit more of a, a fatter pumpkin. A little bit wider pumpkin, I should say. Anyway, that's how you do it. And just grab a hook and do it. And with worsted yarn, you can also use DK yarn, either one. But those are kind of Jeannie's pumpkins, and I've enjoyed making those. I can just sit down and make one probably in an evening, and it's kind of fun to get my stuffing out and use that up because I don't use stuffing much. I don't do amigurumi. This is as close as I get. So that's all I can say about the pumpkins. You might try one. It might be fun to put it on your dining table for Thanksgiving. I'll tell you what else I've been up to this week, but I wanted to show you what I have on, and y'all remember this if you're a member, or if you're a member of the community, or if you're a a regular watcher of my videos, you'll know that this is the Daisy Granny Square cardigan that I made a few months ago. Really love it. I made this with City Tweed, and I have a whole stash of City Tweed. I've made some other things out of this same yarn as well. I have all different colors, and so I took those colors and I made the daisies, and then I had the most yarn of this beautiful kind of a pumpkin color right here, this rust color. And I used that for the main color, what I consider the main color. I think I went all the way around the daisy squares with it, and I also did the trim, and I connected them with the same color. So I had mostly this color, so that's what I used. I would have used the other colors if I had them, but I was just trying to draw from my stash, which I think is a great idea. This is the pattern out on the Etsy shop. It's called the Daisy Granny Square Cardigan. It is not difficult to make. Mostly the squares are at your discretion. I mean, they're not hard to make. Once you've made one or two, they go really quickly, and you can just use your stash yarn, or you can decide you want these to be a certain color, and you might do 2 or 3 colors and then make them all the same. You can do that. But let me stand up and I'll show this to you. This is the Daisy Granny Square cardigan. I'm wearing it today with some black dress pants. I have a belt on because the cardigan is quite short. I didn't make it very long, and I kind of every now and then want to make a cropped cardigan, so that's what this is. You can, of course, make it as long as you want. Put another row of granny squares and you'll have it made. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. And if your arms are longer than mine, you can add another row of granny squares if you want and leave the ribbing off. You can do that, or you can add to the ribbing, make it longer. This is about maybe 1.5 inch ribbing, not too much, right at the bottom of the sleeves. I'm going to show you the back. The back is not very long. It's just right below my waist, really. Not too far below my waist, but I'm really loving this. It's comfortable, and it's made from wool because the City Tweed is wool yarn. You can certainly make it out of an acrylic, not a problem. And I'm wearing some little Mary Jane shoes with this because it's not extremely cold today. It's really quite nice out there for the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping Thanksgiving will be nice and warm so we won't have to bundle up if we go outside. So this is the Daisy Granny Square cardigan. You can find this on my Etsy shop. I found a spot for my autumn aspirations blanket, and there it is. It's a throw, actually. A throw, I guess, is square. Maybe that's what Juan was talking about when he called it a throw, but I made mine a little bit longer, and I didn't quite finish the pattern. I just stopped and I put the edging on it, so it's a little bit longer. I made it. I added to the top and the bottom. I explained that in my last video, but I found a place for it on the back of my chair, and it's really nice and warm. And now that winter's coming, it'll be great to be on the back of my chair. So that's where I found a place for my autumn aspirations throw. Now later on, I'll talk to you about a shop update, but let's first check on my diamond painting real quick. It's only about a minute, and you can see how far I've gotten on my irises by Van Gogh. Here is one last look at this particular diamond painting. This is Irises by Vincent Van Gogh, and I wanted to show you the final picture without these 3 squares being done. I still have those 3 to go, and that'll probably be about maybe 3 or 4 more evenings of painting. But I wanted to show you how far I've gotten. I turned it around because I'm actually painting it with this down at the bottom here so I can reach it better. So I just flipped the whole diamond painting around, and I tried to think about symbols that are upside down. So I have to double check myself usually to make sure that I'm not putting the wrong diamonds in there. But anyway, this is where I am so far. I've just completed this amount right up here. So beautiful. Look at those gorgeous blue flowers. And then he's thrown some red flowers in there as well. There's a little bit of red down here. Not too much, but he's just sparsely thrown some red in there, a little bit there, a little there, just to give the painting some beautiful colors, deep colors. But I love the greens in here too. He's used different shades of green here, different types of green there. And just if you look at it for a while, you see how beautiful it really is. So wanted to show you this. Again, this is Irises by Van Gogh. And I don't remember where I got this. I think I purchased it from Joann's actually a long time ago. Actually, this is a Diamond Dots brand by Leisure Arts. It's Diamond Dots brand, and I believe that's where I got it, at Joann's. So you might check there, or Amazon. They probably have it as well. But this is pretty large. This is about 28 by 22. It's 28 this way, 22 this way, and it's a big painting. See how large that is? It's really big, and I've enjoyed doing it, but it's taken me several months to do because I took some time off to work with the Crafties collaboration that I did with them. So I'm almost finished with this. I'm excited to finish. I'll show you probably next week. I'll be done with this if Thanksgiving doesn't get in the way too much. So we'll be back again with more progress on this beautiful painting by Van Gogh. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm almost finished with that diamond painting, and I have a few little tiny paintings I might grab and get those done and get them out of my stash. I have some in my stash. So if you haven't tried it, it's a wonderful craft. It's fun. It's clean. And you can just pick it up and work on it anytime you want. You don't have to prepare paint or do anything like that. It's about like crocheting or knitting. It's just easy. Just grab it and start working on it. So that's my diamond painting information, and I hope you try it sometime. It's kind of fun to have a different craft in addition to your yarny craft. So speaking of yarny craft, last week I talked about the different cotton yarns that I had picked up at Joann to make some dishcloths. I'm trying to learn to knit, and I'm a beginner knitter. I'm having fun with it. I'm really getting much better at it. I'm not perfect, obviously. I haven't done that yet. Someday I'll make a dishcloth that's perfect, but I haven't done that just yet. I've always find a little something wrong with it. I don't know, but I don't really care that much. But I do want to be a very good knitter. When I do become a good knitter, I'll knit a sweater or something bigger than that. But I found this at Joann's. It's just sugar and cream. It's a black and brown and white cotton yarn, and it's just about, it's a size 4. And on each one is 143 yards, not too many. So I decided I would knit another dishcloth, and I did that with the yarn that I found. It's cotton, and see, there's already a mistake right there. See that right there? It doesn't look right. I don't know why it doesn't look right, but it doesn't look right. It's maybe too big. The hole is too big. I don't know. I don't want to pick myself apart, but Mr. On the Hook loves these, so he doesn't care if there's a mistake in there or not. So he takes them and uses them in the kitchen. But I like the looks of the yarn. It's pretty. It's not going to show too many stains on there, so it should work out all right. And then I also bought some of this. This is knitting crochet essential cotton from Joann's. I showed this last week, and I made a dishcloth out of that too. And there it is right there. And this one turned out better than the other one. I think the yarn is just really a nicer yarn. It's a little more flexible. It's easier to knit with. It's easier to knit, and I found it to be a real joy making this one. So this is my knit and crochet yarn dishcloth, and it's just the farmhouse pattern, I think is what it is. It's like a corner to corner. You start up here with 4 cast on stitches, and then you increase to this point, and then you decrease to that point. So it's interesting. It's like a corner to corner crochet blanket, which I've made before, and I think that's so much fun because on the way, the finished half is quicker. Every row is faster because you're decreasing, and it's more fun to crochet for me, and that's for knitting. It goes for knitting as well. I'm using the same pattern every time to see if I can perfect this before I move on to something else. And that's about all I've done this week. I've been working on another knit project, but it's just a straight scarf. It's nothing exciting, so I'm not going to show that every week, but I am getting a little farther with that. I'm getting a little faster, and I'm actually using a luxury yarn for that, and it seems to me so much easier to knit with than a cotton or something like that. It's just a luxury yarn of wool. It just seems to stretch and be nice on the needles. It's not doesn't fight you every step of the way. I found this to be fighting me all the time, and I just had trouble getting my tension just right on this. When I went to decrease, you have to knit 2 together, and when I went in to knit 2 together, the stitches were hard to knit on the needles, and the needles were the haiku, the slippery needle, so I thought it would be okay, but it didn't work out all that great. I really struggled with this one, but anyway, I got it done, and it's going to be given to Mr. On the Hook to use in the kitchen. Now quickly, I want to show you how grateful I am for you viewers and subscribers and community members as well. If you haven't joined the community, be sure you do that this video, because in a few days, next week, I'm going to be doing something for y'all, and you need to be joined up in order to do that. So I've got a link down in the description box, and you can click on that link and join. You get a free pattern, and it's free to join. There's no membership fee at all at any time. All I do is ask that you support my Etsy shop when you can, if you want to have a pattern, or I also have merch, and you can see it in the background here. I've got wildflower bags, pouches, notions bags, all kinds of things out there, mugs, and I have a tumbler as well. Really beautiful design on it. It's not ugly, it's beautiful. It's beautiful flowers. So I still have those out there, and you can go out there and take a look. I have the wildflowers link down in the description as well on my Etsy shop. So if you like patterns, today is your day. I have a Thanksgiving sale that I'm putting on, and Mr. On the Hook will send out an email later today about this, but it is a half price sale on all my patterns. Not on merch, but all the patterns are half price. There's 120 patterns out there that you can choose from. Cardigans, shawls, cowls, all kinds of things, that short sleeve sweaters. I have a lot of those out there, and y'all can choose from those if you want to. But if you've been thinking about buying a pattern from me, you definitely want to do it this weekend. The offer code is Give Thanks. Give Thanks, all one word, Give Thanks, and I'll put it right here. The offer code is Give Thanks, and it's good from today. Anytime you see this video, you can go out there and use it on the Etsy shop, and all the way through Monday. So it's good today, which is Wednesday, all the way through Monday, and then it goes off sale Monday night at midnight. So be sure that you buy your patterns. If you have, there are a whole lot of patterns in carts out there. So when you use the Give Thanks offer code, you get half price patterns, as many as you want. There's no limit. So that is my gratefulness giving to you. I hope you enjoy it. I know a lot of you put patterns in the cart, and then you were looking for an offer code. Well, this is it. This is the one that you want. This is the half price offer code. It's only good from today until Monday, or it's through Monday. So be sure you go out there and select your patterns if you've been looking at 1 or 2 or 10, or however many you want to buy. There's no limit. So they're half price again with the Give Thanks offer code. So I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am out of here. I've got to go cook and straighten up, set the table, do some things today. So I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you next week, and we'll find out what's on the hook.